In this tutorial, we will perform a free shape optimization using Hypermesh and Optistruct. This type of optimization is used to make minor changes to the original design to meet specific requirements. We will perform free shape optimization on a simple plate with a hole geometry to minimize the stress concentration along hole edges when a tensile force is applied on the plate. At the end of this video, I will also show how the optimized shape can be exported as a separate CAD model for further modification. Let's get right into it. The link for the CAD model used in this video is provided in the description. Feel free to download the CAD and follow this video step by step to get a clear understanding of the optimization setup. The first step is to run a linear static analysis on the geometry. The results of this linear static analysis will be used to define the optimization parameters. Let's start with the linear static analysis setup. Once the geometry is imported into Hypermesh, one component is visible in the model browser. This is a surface geometry of a plate with a hole. Let's start by creating a new material. Provide a name to it. The default Mat1 card image will be used to create a linear isotropic material. We will assign the mechanical properties of aluminum. Remember to use consistent units. For this analysis, we will be using the unit system Newton, millimeter, ton, second. Now create a new property and enter a name for it. With card image as P shell, assign the aluminum material in proper selection box. We will use thickness value as 1 mm. Let's assign this property to the plate component. The material gets assigned automatically. Now we can start with the meshing of the geometry. To get a proper mesh flow, we will create washer splits along the edge of the circular hole. This can be done using the Quick Edit tab in Geometry panel. Set the value of washer split to 2 mm. Now select the circular edge. Create one more washer split. Now open the Automesh tab from 2D panel. With the entity selector on surface, select all the surfaces in the model. Let's use a mesh size of 1 mm. Create the mesh. To get good quality quad elements along the circular hole, we will change the mesh density along these edges. Once the meshing is done, exit the Automesh tab. Now we can start setting up the boundary conditions for this linear static analysis. Create a new load collector to store single point constraints. Open the Constraints tab from Analysis panel. Let's switch the selector to Free Edges and select this edge of the plate. With all 6 degrees of freedom checked, create the constraints. Create a new load collector for force. Open the Forces tab from Analysis panel. Let's switch the selector to Free Edges. We will select this edge of the plate. On each node, we will apply a force of magnitude 64.5 Newton. Let's set the force direction to x-axis. This results in a total tensile load of approximately 2000 Newton on the plate geometry. To combine these constraints and forces, create a new load step and enter a name for it. Now change the analysis type to linear static. Let's assign the SPC load collector in SPC field. Select the force load collector in load field. The analysis setup is now complete. Let's save the model in a separate folder. Make sure to use underscore in place of space while entering all file names to avoid any errors during the analysis run. Now open the Optistruct tab from Analysis panel. Set Export options to All and Run options to Analysis. Click on Optistruct to launch the solver. Once the run is complete, we can visualize the results using Hyperview. Using the contour panel, apply the displacement results. We can change the numeric format of the legend to fixed. There is a maximum deformation of 0.142 mm. Now let's view the stress results. Set the averaging method to simple and apply the results. We can see that there is stress concentration along the edges of the circular hole. The maximum stress value of 343 MPa is above the yield limit. This suggests that the component is failing under applied loads. It is clear that the component is failing under applied loads. Now we will optimize the shape of the geometry to get a better design. The optimization setup involves 4 main settings. These are as follows. Design variable. This defines the region of the geometry which we wish to use for the optimization. For this case, we will be using the region around the hole where stress concentration is observed. Responses. The responses are the parameters to be considered for optimization. As we are interested in stress concentration, stress will be a response in our case. Objective reference. This is used when we do not know the location of maximum stress. We will take a look at how a reference value is used to define the objective for the optimization. Lastly, objective. This is the main target. In this case, the objective is to minimize the stress concentration in the design. Once we start with the actual optimization setup, you will get a better understanding of all these settings. Let's take a look at how this is done. To start with the optimization setup, let's create a copy of the current model in a separate folder. Now open the Optimization tab from Analysis panel. In this, we will set up a free shape optimization. With radio button on Create, specify a name to the free shape design variable. We will use the by geometry selection criteria to select all the nodes on these surfaces. Create a design variable. We can see that the design variable is now listed in the model browser. We will apply planar grid constraints to this shape optimization. Select any 3 nodes on the plate to specify the plane location. Click on Add to update the design variable. This will restrict out of plane movement of the selected nodes during the iterative optimization process. Now let's create a response for this optimization. As we are interested in minimizing the stress concentration, select response type as static stress. Select the shell property in selection box. Make sure that the drop-down is on both surfaces. Create the response. We are not dealing with stress value at any specific nodal location. We want to examine all the elements and minimize the highest stress value in concentrated regions. To do this, we must create a reference for the maximum stress value. This can be done using an objective reference. Enter a name for this reference. We will assign an arbitrary value of +1 to the maximum stress value in the mesh. Select the stress response in selection box. The objective of this optimization will be to minimize this arbitrary 1 value. This will result in the reduction of the maximum stress value at any location in the mesh. Let's define the objective function. Switch the dropdown to max min. This means that we want to drive the maximum value to its minimum. Now select the objective reference we defined in the previous step. Create the objective. To extract the shape change results for post-processing, we will add control cards to the setup. Select the shape card. Set format to H3D and type as all. The optimization setup is now complete. Let's save the model. Now open the Optistruct tab from Analysis panel. Change Run options to Optimization and click on Optistruct to launch the solver. As this is an iterative process, it may take some time to solve. The optimization was successful and a feasible design has been obtained. Let's view the results using Hyperview. We will split the graphics area into two parts to view the shape change and corresponding stress results simultaneously. In the second window, open the s1.h3d file from working directory. Apply the results. Let's synchronize the two windows. In the first window, apply the shape change results for first iteration. As you can see, the initial shape of the geometry is visible. Apply the corresponding stress results with averaging method as simple in the second window. We can see the stress concentration in original design. Now switch to the last iteration to view the optimized shape. Apply the corresponding stress results. We can see that the maximum stress value has decreased to 150 MPa, which is below the yield limit. There is no failure due to stress anymore. We have successfully implemented free shape optimization to determine the optimum shape of the hole to minimize stress concentration along edges. We have managed to optimize the shape of our design, but how do we use this optimized shape in a CAD software? Now we will take a look at a simple process by which we can extract a different geometry from the optimized shape. Open the Post panel. We will use the Apply Result option to obtain the optimized shape we visualized in Hyperview. Select the last design iteration in Simulation Selector box. Set the data type to Shape Change. Let's select all the nodes in the model and apply the shape change results. We can see that there is change in shape of the mesh. Let's hide the surface geometry to view the mesh properly. Now we will extract a different surface geometry from this mesh. Hide the mesh and view the geometry. Open Delete panel by pressing F2. We will select all the surfaces and delete them. Let's hide the load collectors and show the mesh again. Now open the Surfaces tab from Geometry panel. Using the From FE creation option, we will select all the visible elements. The surface complexity can be adjusted according to our requirement. Create the surface. We have obtained the optimized shape of the geometry. Now this geometry can be exported as a CAD model for further usage. This can be done using the export option from File menu. And this is how we can perform free shape optimization using Hypermesh and Optistruct. If you like this video, please hit the red subscribe button and give a thumbs up, it helps a lot. Make sure to follow me on social media to stay updated about latest video content. Thanks for watching.